Well, thank you so much for taking the time today to come and speak at the EnergyBiz Leadership Forum. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Just looking at the energy industry, where it is today, where it's going in the future, and the role of government in terms of policy and funding and things like that. So, really to start off, the power industry faces an unprecedented set of challenges and opportunities right now. From nuclear to renewables to transmission distribution to customer engagement. What do you see as being some of the key challenges and opportunities, and where does nuclear fit into that?
Well, I think, Christine, I think for us the most important issue is making sure that we keep the existing fleet of power reactors operating safely. Mm-hmm. I think that's really for us the #1 challenge, in making sure that we do that every day. And we have a lot of dedicated employees at the NRC who come to work every day to do that kind of work. So I think that's our #1 priority. Mm-hmm. I think if you look beyond that, the kinds of challenges we have are looking at the influx of applications we have for possible new reactors in this country. And with that comes a lot of additional work for our agency, and so managing the agency, managing the personnel, and managing our resources is extremely important, so that we can do that work in a predictable and reliable way, and always focusing on the safety and security of those applications as they come before us for review.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the role that the federal government really plays from a policy and regulatory standpoint in ensuring that safety and reliability? What happens in that area?
Well, we have the NRC has an important role in ensuring the safety and security of the existing reactors, and of course in reviewing the new license applications. We have people who do inspections. We have people who review documents and review licenses, and ultimately we have to make that decision about safety. Mm-hmm. It's an important responsibility, and it's one that I think our staff takes very seriously. And they come to work every day knowing and understanding what our mission is. We're very unique, I think, when it comes to federal agencies, and we do surveys and all kinds of other things to get a sense of our employees and what they're thinking and how they're feeling about their jobs. And one of the things that we do really, really well, and we compare quite favorably to some of the best companies in the country, and that is that people come to work every day knowing what their job is and knowing what the mission of our agency is, and that's to protect public health and safety. Mm-hmm. So that's really our fundamental responsibility. It's really, we fulfill that role for the federal government.
And so how does that vary around, the different regions? I think you talked about the Southeast being a little bit more open to some of the nuclear projects and things like that. How do you see it varying at a regional level?
Well, I think there's certainly different public interactions that we have in the different parts of the country. Mm-hmm. What we like to do is try and make sure that we have a regulatory program that's consistent everywhere, that Absolutely. Has the same high standards no matter which part of the country that you're in. Where I think it differs a little bit is our interactions with the public. In some places, the public may be interested in one issue, in other places they may be interested in another. So as we move around the country and we work around the country, that's one of the things we have to be aware of, is what are the kinds of issues that may be important in one area that may not be so important in another, and make sure that we're providing information to the public about that. So they can understand what we do, they can understand how we work every day to make sure that the plants that are out there are safe and secure.
And what happens with the interaction at the federal level and the state level? What goes on there? Is there much interaction that happens?
There is in some areas. Many of these facilities that we regulate do involve or have to satisfy requirements that are established by states. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, the NRC is the one that decides, from the standpoint of radiation safety, what the right kinds of things are for any facility. But there are some environmental issues that we work with the states on as they deal with the permitting process for, say, a nuclear power plant. When it comes to some of the other things we regulate, like different types of nuclear materials, in some cases that's done directly by the states. Mm-hmm. So we have a kind of an agreement where we allow them to take some of that responsibility off of our hands and allow them to do some of the regulation for those materials.
Okay. Well, great. Well, thank you for taking some time to chat with us today.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.